Think we're live? Think we are. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of delay. Okay. Hey there, guys. Welcome to, let me just make sure my, yeah, audio is working just fine. Okay. All right. Well, hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Zeke Setso YouTube channel. It's been a little bit, it's been a while. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. We are currently live. But who knows how many people are going to be watching? Not probably not that many, because it is a work day. It's 10 a.m. I just finished finals for my school and first time, and I'm not working today, so it just feels like right now is the perfect time to get back into the swing of things, get back into YouTube, and what a time to get back into it. We got some trailers that have dropped. A lot of cool trailers dropped, including but not limited to Avatar: The Last Airbender season 2, the live action adaptation just dropped their new trailer, and of course, um Supergirl had a trailer that dropped today as well. And I am so excited. I'm so excited to get to talk about these. But before we do, got to open up a can of my delicious Diet Pepsi. Ah, the sound of a can opening is. Anyway, um, tonight's a pretty big. Today's is a pretty big. It's a pretty big day. I'm gonna go see. I'm doing a double feature today. I'm actually gonna go watch Rental Family again because that is my favorite movie of the year so far. I'll talk more about that in the coming days as we get to the end of the year and as I start putting together my top 10 films of the year. I'll let you know right now. So far, Rental Family has taken the place as my favorite movie of the year, so I'm gonna go watch that movie again. Also, gonna go see the Ella McKay, which is written and directed by James L. Brooks, I think, who's one of the co-creators of The Simpsons. So I'm gonna go see that. Looking forward to it. Not I wouldn't say I'm hyped about it, but that's coming out, and I'm gonna go see it. But we are not here to talk about that. And by we, I mean only me, because there's probably zero people watching this right now. But anyway, we are going to break down the trailers for Avatar: The Last Airbender and um, and Supergirl. So let me see if I can get this screen shared. Let me get this. There we go. Okay. Let me expand this a little bit. No. All right. So we're gonna break down this is gonna be the first trailer we're gonna break down here, um, and it is the season 2 of the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, full disclosure, when it comes to um, Avatar: The Last Airbender, at least the live action version. Look, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's my favorite anime. It's my favorite animated show of all time, and it's my favorite TV show. Period. The original Avatar: The Last Airbender is my favorite TV show of all time. It's a very well written show. It's one of those shows that I think holds up even still to this day. I think anybody can watch it and still get a lot out of it, and it's got meaningful messages and powerful themes that just stick with you even as you get older. The more you watch it, the more the messages kind of stick with you. And so it's a very important show to me. It's a very important show to me. And so I've been waiting for somebody to adapt it into live action the right way. M. Night Shyamalan Didn't necessarily do that, but that's another discussion for another time. I think his version of the Last Airbender is it's a movie to say the least. It's a movie to say the least. So yeah, and of course we get the live action adaptation. And the first season dropped, and I'm not gonna lie, I was not that impressed with the first season. Um, it wasn't bad. I'm not gonna say it was bad, but it was definitely disappointing to me. I wanted more out of it, and I was expecting to have basically the way Game HBO treats Game of Thrones, that epic scope and scale. I wanted that for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they didn't quite give that to me. They did in some cases, but they also didn't do it in other cases. So now we have season two. Season two is going to introduce the character of Toph and all these other really cool ideas like the Daily agents and all this other stuff. And I cannot wait. But let's break down this trailer here. And we start with footsteps. Turn off the captions there. Uh, I will say this. I do think Appa and Momo look great. The CGI looks actually really good for a Netflix show. The CGI is actually spectacular, and I like this image here. They're going to be bringing the adapting the Serpent's Pass, which if you guys have seen the original show, you guys know that those two episodes are big events, because the Serpent's Pass leads right into the drill, which some people look at it and go, that's a pretty boring. The drill is pretty boring actually, um, but the Serpent's Pass, like them kind of going through this trail of just like filled with sea monsters and all that stuff. That's some pretty cool stuff there. Uh, get our first look at Aang, who looks older. Definitely looks like he's aged a little bit. Now my thing is okay. Uh, yeah, we get our first look at Aang, who looks a little bit older. Now, the original the showrunners for this new Avatar show, they did say that they were going to be taking liberties with the show as what the time period is, how long of a duration this show lasts. If you've seen the original show, you know the show takes place over the course of one summer. That's what makes Aang's journey so great in the original show, is that he has to master all four elements and become the Avatar, become this chosen one over the course of one summer, and he does. Um, uh, Spoiler alert if you've never seen the show, sorry. But he but he has to learn all this over the course of one summer, and they did say that they were going to change that due to the fact that these kids were probably going to be aging a lot. They changed that to now the show takes place over the course of a couple years, um, which is fine. I kind of expected that would be the big change, so that's not that big of a deal for me. I'm not gonna like whine and complain about it. Uh, we get our first look at Zuko and Iroh. Zuko is learning how to uh, do something, and if you've never seen the show, I'm not even gonna tell you what that is. If you've never seen the show, but is it just me, or does Zuko not look like he has a scar in this? It's kind of hard to see, but Zuko kind of looks like he doesn't have a scar here. Huh, interesting. Um, we get more shots here of Aang feeling the vibrations in the floor. Which is another neat trick that earthbenders can use. Um, get a giant sea monster here, and that is something that our characters encounter. Um, I mean, I would guess this is from the Serpent's Past, but it could be from another episode. They could be adapting another episode of the show because I know there's the Serpent's Past is not the only time our characters run into giant sea monsters. There's multiple episodes where Aang is flying away from a giant sea monster, but I'm assuming this is from the Serpent's Past only because he's wearing his full outfit here. Um, uh, because any other time he's being chased by sea monsters, it's usually while he's going for a swim. Uh, got more shots here of the Fire Nation. Shot here of Sokka. And then Azula bending lightning here, which is pretty cool. Azula is going to have a much more of a bigger role in season 2. If you guys have seen the season, you guys know that. And I believe we got May and Ty Lee here, along with Suki, just being a an awesome character. Katara surfing on water, that's pretty cool. Not really much here to discuss, but there's this moment where our characters are watching this kind of earth bending competition um, with who is that? Who could that ever be? If you've seen the show, you know who it is. It's the blind bandit. Um, and yep, there she is. There's the character. There's Toph. And I like that they showed this too. I will say this: there is a part of me, despite the fact that I really like that they showed this, I wish they had saved it for the actual show. I wish that would have been a cool reveal, because it was such a big reveal in the show. Like, oh, that's how this Earthbend, that's how this character can do the things she does. But I understand why uh, they showed it. And then Avatar: The Last Airbender coming in 2026. So yeah, that is uh that is um uh that is Avatar. um Sorry, I don't know who this is, but I'm trying to I'm banning them from the chat because that's yeah that's um anyway. So yeah, we got so that was Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think the cool thing, the thing I will say that I'm pretty excited for. I'm excited for show if this season can actually expand on the world building of the first season, because that's what the original season 2 did so well, was really expand on the world building. Um, and I would love to get more of that in the live action version as well, because again, that's what made the original show so great, was this the world building. So yeah, very I'll say this, um because I wasn't too impressed with um because I wasn't too impressed with the first season. I'm cautiously optimistic going into the second season. But that being said, let's move on to the next trailer we're going to discuss, and that is Supergirl. Yes, we have finally gotten Supergirl, the teaser trailer, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss this trailer, and we're going to really look at it break it down here. Now this I don't have it with me. I don't have the comic with me. It's on my shelf over there, but I don't have it like sitting in front of me. But this is based on the Woman of Tomorrow comic book, um, which I've read and I think it's fantastic, and I cannot wait to see how they adapt it. I thought this trailer was really good, and I liked the vibe it's giving off. It's giving off uh that kind of 80s sci-fi road trip vibe, kind of like it's giving off that kind of planes, trains, and automobiles, but in space, which I really like. So let's move. Let's start this trailer here. We got Crypto. Crypto's back, and he's you know bumping into things, knocking stuff over, and a lot of people didn't like this, but I thought this was funny. Yeah, yeah, peeing on Superman. I thought that was funny, like that. You know, and if Michael's watching this live stream, which I doubt he is, but if Michael's watching this live stream, I'm sure Michael got a real kick out of seeing Crypto peeing on Superman. Um, and then we meet Millie Alcock as Supergirl, who Millie Alcock, if you've seen House of the Dragon, she was fantastic in that show, and um, looks to be even better as Kara Zor-El. Um, get more shots here. This was part of like that 15-second teaser they put out yesterday announcing when the trailer was dropping. Um, and again, I like this moment here. Um, and I like it. It's just her and Crypto kind of running around, uh, and she's just she's just had enough of life, and she's just gonna party on other planets, specifically planets with red suns. Uh, so that's pretty great. Craig Gillespie, who's directing this, who directed films like I, Tanya and all that. I like Craig Gillespie's work. I think he's a really interesting director and a very good choice to direct Supergirl as well. And then we meet this little girl who the character's name is Ruthie. If you've read the comic, Ruthie is a very big part of the original comic book. So be very interesting to see how they bring her story into it. And looks like we're going to actually get a little bit of, I don't know if this is Krypton or if this is just another planet, but I believe this looks like we could be seeing the DCU's version of the destruction of Krypton. Now we saw many versions of Krypton getting destroyed. We've seen well, I don't know if we visually saw it in the original Superman movie, but we always knew that was kind of why Superman was sent off to Earth. And Zack Snyder gave us like a 10-minute prologue just about the destruction, about Krypton's final days. And I do like this line here. Where it's like, oh, Krypton got destroyed in one day, and she's like, yeah, God, the gods aren't that kind. They to destroy it in one day. Like that's kind of you kind of understand where the character is at emotionally, and part of what makes Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow such a great story is that this is a character who is a lot more jaded than Superman is. Superman Earth with two people who loved and cared about him, even if um, he wasn't their birth child, they still loved and cared about them and cared about him, and they taught him the value of other lives, and that's not the case for Kara. She's a very dark and kind of messed up character because she's seen a lot. She has seen um, the worst in people. She has seen the things that people are bad. Whereas Superman sees the good in a lot of people, even for people like Lex Luthor, who tried to murder him multiple times. Um, have a character like Kara Zor-El, who is more a little bit more jaded than that, and doesn't really see the good or the value in a lot of other in people. Um, and so we have more getting into some kind of a fight, little Supergirl action here, and then I believe we get a shot of Lobo here in a second. Um, just trying to be careful because I don't want to get hit with I don't want to get hit with that copyright. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. I'm like having a really, really hard time here. I'm trying to find that shot of. There it is. It's a very quick shot, but there's Lobo, played by Jason Momoa, who everyone has been wanting to see Jason Momoa um, play Lobo. I think all of us DC fans have been waiting to see him play Lobo. So I'm very excited to see Jason Momoa play this character. It'll be nice to see him play a character that isn't Aquaman. Um, and then we have this line here from, and she says, "He sees the good in everyone, and I see the truth." That is kind of a perfect way to describe where that character is. And she says, "Oh, the gods aren't that kind." Um, that's very poignant to have a character feel that way. It's so powerful, and yeah, I cannot wait to see this. And then we get some more Supergirl action here. That's pretty cool. That whole part is really, really cool. And then that is Supergirl coming next summer, I believe. Yep, June 26th. So yeah, those are the trailers for um those are the trailers for both Supergirl and Avatar, um The Last Airbender. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to I'm looking forward to both of these, and I think the thing that has me excited is uh to the thing that has me most excited about these both of these projects is that um with Avatar The Last Airbender, it's just me being the fan that I am. I mean, I have a poster right here for the show. So it's just me being the fanboy that I am, that I'm really excited um to see where they go with this second season. I hope it's good. I really, really, really hope it's good. Um and then uh and then we have Supergirl, which you guys know that I've been very I've been kind of cheering for this new DCU that James Gunn has put together, um, and I think Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is such a fantastic story. And if you guys haven't read that comic, and you guys are curious, just read it. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic story, and I can't wait to see how they bring it to life. And so far, it looks like they've done a pretty decent job, kind of uh, bringing it to life. Like I said, it kind of feels like um, an '80s sci-fi adventure, you know. But yeah, that will do it for this live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did join us live, but if you watch this afterwards, hey, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe and do all that cool stuff. I'm going to be doing more videos now that I have the time, now that school is done, and uh, be getting some time off work as well. I got a lot of time on my hands. So please make sure you subscribe and click on those notifications, click on that bell icon. If you go on YouTube, there's a little bell icon next to the channel. If you go to the channel and the little bell icon, you can go click that, and make sure you guys do that, because that's gonna help us out a lot. Um But yeah, that will do it, guys, for this video. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like the video, please make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I think you guys should subscribe to the channel because Zeke the Geek said so. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.